Hey guys, Scully Talks UFC here, and today I'm going to be doing a new video. This is my first video on the channel. I hope you all really enjoy. In this kind of series that I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to sit here on UFC 3. Sometimes I'll play a match, sometimes I'll just like sit in the menu. We'll see how it goes, and if you guys want, you can give me feedback on what you guys think I should do. But for this episode, I'm just going to sit on the menu, and I'm going to talk about like UFC 225 because that's only just happened. I think that's the best thing to talk about at the moment regarding UFC, and yeah, there's a lot to talk about regarding it. So we'll start off with the early prelims on Fight Pass. I actually don't have Fight Pass. I think I might get it. I might get it for my birthday. I might get like a year's subscription. But the Fight Pass prelims, apparently they're all really good. I got friends that watch it and that have Fight Pass, and a lot of people on YouTube and stuff, they said that it was really good, and there were some really good fights on the Fight Pass prelims. Santiago versus Dan Ige was the first fight, in which the card went pretty quickly on the Fight Pass prelims regarding kind of how long the fights were, because Dan Ige won in 43 seconds. That's just insane, man. Yeah, he's a good up-and-coming fighter, He's not kind of top 10 quality yet. Maybe he might be able to sneak into the top 15, I don't know, but he seems like a very good fighter. Obviously, he's only 26 years old, so I'm sure he's got a high ceiling, and he seems very good. Then it was Clay Guida versus Oliveira. Again, quite another fast finish, another first-round finish. Charles Oliveira submitting Clay Guida in the first round. Now, Charles Oliveira has now become he's got the most submission victories in the UFC, which is absolutely insane. Like, if you think of all the top submission guys, that's insane, man. So let's see how old he is. Let me click on his name. I actually don't know how old he is. So he's only 28, so he's a big up and coming fighter. If I just have a look at his fight, so he lost to Paul Felder last. I guess if he won that, he would have been in the rankings, but he may actually sneak into the rankings. Obviously, so it's lightweight. That is a very contested division, so he might be able to sneak into the top 15, who knows. Then it was Benavidez versus Pettis. This card was just insane. How is this fight on the Fight Pass prelims? That could main event a fight night. Sorry about this, guys, my voice hurts. That could main event a fight night. Number 1 versus number 5th flyweights in the world. The winner arguably could go and fight DJ for the belt. What a fight. It's just insane that Dana can put this on the Fight Pass prelims. It's not even the main event of the Fight Pass prelims. That's just insane, man. But Pettis got the victory. Obviously, the youngster, huge up-and-comer. Like, it's really interesting. He's only 24 years old. Oh, my God. So he's only 24 years old. It looks like Joseph Benavidez is now on the downfall. I'm not too sure how he's going to be able to bounce back. Maybe he should fight kind of a lower ranked guy, maybe like a Dodson, maybe. Dodson's quite a big name. Maybe he should fight a Dodson. But Pettis, man, Jesus, he won on decision. Very, very good. Obviously there's the Pettis brothers, and they're both such good fighters. Sergio Pettis with the victory, and he might be able to get the next title shot. I know that DJ He's now got a scheduled fight against Cejudo. I might be able to talk about that in a future episode, but that's insane. I think Pettis maybe should fight one more fight. Let's just have a look at the UFC rankings quickly. Let's try and play matchmaker and see who he could fight. So Pettis. So we got Formiga, who is above him as we speak, but. Okay, so he's 33 years old. I'm not sure he should fight Formiga. You know what'd be nice? If he fought Ray Borg. That would be quite a nice fight, because Ray Borg, he's a good fighter. He just lost to DJ in quite a insane way, so he'll want to bounce back with a victory. And obviously he's had his problem with his kid and everything, so he'll want to bounce back. And yeah, I think that'd be a good fight to make, actually, because then Cejudo will fight Johnson, which is fine. And then Pettis Borg, That would be very good for the division. Or even put him against like a John Moraga. You know, that would be alright. Yeah, let's go on to the main event of the Fight Pass prelims was Rashad Evans versus Anthony Smith. Man, this was really hard to see. Obviously, as I said, I don't have Fight Pass, but I watched the highlights of it, and it's just so sad. A 32-second knee knockout. I mean, poor Rashad Evans. Honestly, poor guy. He's really getting on now. I think he's like 38. Let's have a check. Yeah, okay, so he's 38. I think he should retire now. I really do. I think it's his time. He's had his big main events. He's had his big money fights. Surely he's well off enough to retire. I just want him to retire. If he just keeps on losing, that will just be even worse for his career. I hope he retires. Anthony Smith, however, really big win for him. He's only 29 years old. Seems like a very good fighter. I'm just looking at his stuff. Okay, so he lost to Thiago Santos. That's annoying for him. That is annoying. If he would have won that, he would have gone into the rankings as well. If he would have beat Santos and then beat Evans, he would have gone top 10, I think. But yeah, he's definitely a prospect for the top 10 in the future. Very good fighter. Now on to the prelims. Coulter versus De La Rocha. Fantastic fight, really enjoyable. It always is, usually with these heavyweights. Round one was very fun. I mean, just loads of stuff. And then in the corner, I think it was the corner of Coulter, wasn't it, or the corner of De La Rocha? I'm not sure. That said, you know, he's a Mexican or something like that. It was very funny to hear. But yeah, De La Rocha with the big victory, very big victory, because it was a very good fight, and I mean, it was hard to watch the second round. It was quite weird. They were just kind of, De La Rocha was just ground and pounding on Coulter on the floor, and it was like that for about 3 minutes, very slow ground and pound, and they were just so knackered from the first round. It was very, very weird, but the ref obviously called it off as a TKO in the end. So by the end of that fight, I was quite happy it was over, but round one was very good. Then there was Mirsad Bektic versus Lamas. That was a very good fight. Bektic winning on decision. Bektic's looking like a promising good fighter, man. I mean, so right now the rankings haven't been updated yet. He's sitting at number 11. He'll probably go up to like number 7, number 6 from that victory. I mean, he's only 27 years old. That's really good for him. I'm happy for that guy, man. He seems like a nice guy with his funny new mustache. But when you beat Lamas, he's almost a bit of a gatekeeper of the division. He's 36 now. I don't see his career going on for much longer. You know, he's going to keep on fighting, I'm sure. Still a good fighter, but I'm not too sure if he can fight in like top 10 level much longer. Then it was Claudia Gadelha versus Esparza. Very controversial decision. Esparza got the knock against Esparza. Wait, did I say that correctly? I meant Gadelha got the knock ahead of Esparza by the judges. Very, very close fight. The fans were booing because they thought Esparza won. A lot of people on Twitter thought Esparza won. And yesterday, a big thing came out that Esparza thinks Gadelha actually greased before the fight. That'll be interesting to see if she did, if anything further goes into that. But you know, this was an okay fight. Gadelha puts herself in a very good position now. Maybe even to fight for the title next. She's only 26 years old. She was the rank 3. I'm sure she will go up to like 2 or 1 now. So that'll be interesting to see if she fights for the title. That'll be very interesting. Has she fought for the title before? She has. Okay, so Joanna Jędrzejczyk. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, she actually did the Ultimate Fighter. I actually didn't know that. That's pretty bad that I didn't know that. But Alistair Overeem, Curtis Blaydes. This was such a good fight. I know people don't really like to see these heavyweights like go on the ground and stuff, but when it's Curtis Blaydes, something about him just really entices me, and he's a very, very good fighter. He beat Alistair Overeem, really vicious ground and pound with elbows. Quite hard to watch. It really was quite hard to watch. I felt sorry for Overeem. You know, he's really getting old now. He, as well, is kind of a bit of a gatekeeper to the heavyweight division. You know, if you beat him, you're right into title contention. And Curtis Blaydes, I think, deserves the title shot, especially if Miocic wins. If Cormier wins, I'm not too sure what he'll do. Maybe he'll drop back down to light heavyweight and fight Gustafsson, or he'll stay at heavyweight. I really don't know. But Curtis Blaydes has got to fight the winner of Miocic Cormier, I think. I mean, beating Mark Hunt in a co-main event of a pay-per-view, you know, that really put his name out there. And then not long afterwards, beating Overeem on the main event of the prelims by vicious elbows on the floor. He's got to fight for the title next, I think. And I honestly think he could win. He's a very, very, very good fighter. Then it was, oh God, CM Punk versus Mike Jackson. I mean, this was possibly the worst fight I've ever watched, ever. I mean, the first round was fun. CM Punk was swinging everywhere. Nothing was actually like properly hitting, but he just kept on swinging everywhere. Couldn't see because of his bloody hair all in his eyes. But very interesting, strange fight. And then, God, round 3 was awful. Round 3 was just, Mike Jackson took him to the floor and did this weird ground and pound where he kept on taunting and just looking like he wasn't bothered, and just looking around and stuff, looking at the crowd, looking at his corner and stuff. It was really weird, and I don't like Mike Jackson, man. Not a nice guy, but respect to CM Punk for actually going in there and fighting twice. Obviously he got demolished by Mickey Gall, and he kind of got demolished again, but I'm sure that's the end of his little UFC run. Feel sorry for the guy, man. I used to watch WWE, so I really like him, but that's the end of it. And I'm pretty sure that's the end of it for Mike Jackson as well. Really awful fighter. Then it was Arlovski versus Tuivasa. This was a very fun fight. Everyone was expecting it to be a fun fight, and it did deliver. Arlovski, again, like I keep on saying, he's a bit of a gatekeeper to the division. And Tuivasa got the big win against him. It was a very good fight, quite a close fight. Tuivasa is a very funny guy, man. He does that shoey thing after the fight where everyone spits in his shoe and puts beer in it and he drinks it. It's pretty disgusting, but he's a nice guy. I'm happy for him. Let's just have a look. Wait a minute, I'm just going to sneeze. Alright, I'm back. So he fought Asuka at 221. Okay, that's obviously not a big name. Now he's got a big name victory. Yeah, okay. So he was ranked 12, and Arlovski was rank 9. So I say Tuivasa is probably going to go up to like 8 or maybe even 7. Big victory for him. Then it was Holly Holm versus Megan Anderson. I enjoyed this fight. A lot of people were saying, oh, Holly Holm was taking it to the floor. But I enjoyed this fight. Holly Holm showing that she's still well in title contention. She's not done yet. Maybe she could fight for the title again against the champ. I think that's probably the best move. Or maybe she should fight like a #1 contender. But Megan Anderson did show that she's very good. I mean, she just needs a bit more experience. Maybe if she goes and fights kind of the number 3, number 4 ranked fighter in her division, gets a bit more experience, gets a few more wins, I think she could fight for the title in the future. She's a very fun fighter as well, because she's very tall and she uses her kicks very effectively. Quite a fun fighter to watch. Then it was RDA versus Covington. I'm a big fan of Covington, man. I find him hilarious. He is quite possibly the funniest fighter I've ever watched. He's so funny. I was so happy when he won this decision. Really good fight. Colby showing that he's not just all talk, he really does back it up in the ring. RDA showing that he's still a really good fighter. I kind of felt sorry for RDA. It wasn't too big of a decision, it was quite close, so I do feel a bit sorry for RDA. He has to go and fight, a bigger fight, maybe RDA Till. Obviously I love Till, so I'd hope he wins, but RDA Till maybe. Sorry about that, guys. The recording just cut out. Yeah, like I was saying, I think RDA should fight Thompson or Till. I'd probably say Thompson. Thompson's again. I know I keep saying this, but he is a bit of a gatekeeper because he is getting on a bit now. Has fought for the title numerous times and lost. So if RDA really wants to fight for the title, I think he has to win 2 more fights now. Maybe if he fights like a Masvidal and he wins that, then goes on to fight like a Thompson or a Till, and if he wins that, then I think he'll get a title shot, but nothing less. And yeah, Colby backing up his talk and showing why he might be the best welterweight in the world. Yeah, that's it really. Gonna go on to fight Woodley next. That'll be a huge fight. They really do hate each other, so I'm really excited for that fight. And I think they're going to be targeting 2:30 for that at Madison Square Gardens in November. That'll be very interesting and very, very fun if that happens. That card is looking like it's going to be amazing at MSG because loads of fighters are saying they want to fight on that card, and it is still a big possibility that Conor Khabib could be on that card, which is obviously the fight that everyone wants right now. I'd have a heart attack if I saw that fight announced. So yeah, that's that. And then Whittaker Romero, this was quite a weird feeling to the fight because you knew that if Romero won, he wouldn't win the belt. So I wasn't actually as excited for this as I was for RDA Covington or even like Holly Holm Anderson. But Whittaker getting the tight decision victory against Romero. A lot of people think it was a bit of a robbery. A lot of people think Romero should have won, but you know, Whittaker, he's such a good fighter, man. So is Yoel Romero, but Whittaker just showing that he's such a true champion. You know, he always makes weight, and then he goes in and delivers. Yoel Romero, if I'm correct, he missed weight against Rockhold. It was short notice, but he missed weight against Rockhold. Won that. UFC are really nice to him. They give him a bloody title shot after missing weight. And he goes and misses weight again. It's crazy. I know it was only 0.2 or 0.3 pounds, but how can you not make weight? I mean, Whittaker's made weight all throughout his career. He keeps on making weight, but no, Yoel Romero has to not make weight. This really annoyed me at the time, but at least the fight still went on. What a fight. One of the fights of the year. Incredible. Romero getting some knockdowns. Whittaker dominated most of the fight, I think. A lot of people think that Romero's rounds where he got the knockdowns should have won him the fight. I don't know, maybe it should have been a draw because, you know, Romero wasn't going to win the bout anyway, so maybe a draw would have been fair. I think Romero should move up to 205 now. I think that's only logic considering he's missed weight twice in a row for 2 title fights. What I think he should do is go up and fight Gustafsson at 205 because, you know, it's not like he should go up and fight some dead guy. I think he does deserve a top contender, so Gustafsson is a top contender. Gustafsson's a big name now, obviously. Everyone knows him from the Cormier and Jones fights. He had that big win against Teixeira and then proposed to his girlfriend. So Gustafsson's a bit on top of the world right now. I really want to see that happen, and then the winner should go and fight Cormier. I think that'll be the best way. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing this every few days. Obviously, this is my first ever video, so the production quality isn't very good, and I know I keep pausing and stuff like that, and I kind of lose my words, but as the channel grows on and if it grows a bit, maybe I'll be able to become a bit more, what's the word, like, impressive, I guess. So yeah, guys, tell your friends as well if you enjoyed this video. Tell them to subscribe. Let's try and build up this channel, and the more the channel grows, the more quality I'll make the videos for all of you guys. And yeah, leave in the comments what kind of videos you want to see me do next. And yeah, I'll probably be back in a couple of days. Thanks, guys. See ya.